Hello class, it is story time. Thanks for joining me. Let's get started with PACE and then we've got two more books to read today. Got my water, find my tummy, do my belly breaths. And switch. All right, cross crawl. Yesterday I did it standing up behind my back. Today I think I kind of feel like doing it on my back. I'm going to lay down and touch my hand to my opposite legs. See if I can get in a good spot for you to see it. Just laying down on my back. And then our pretzel move. Cross those ankles, thumbs down, cross them over, flip them up. Uncross. Slowest and biggest breath. And we're ready. So like I said, we have two books for today, and the first book is another animal book. It reminds me of kind of our Jesus time for this week that we're talking about creatures great and small. Turns out a lot of the books I found this week are about creatures that God made. And this one's no different. This is What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? This is by Steve Jenkins and Robin Page. I really like this book. I hope you like it too. What do you do with a tail like this? Look at that skunk doing tricks. Animals use their noses, ears, tails, eyes, mouths, and feet in very different ways. See if you can guess which animal each part belongs to and how it is used. At the back of the book, you can find out more about these animals. What do you do with a nose like this? So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different noses. Can you guess the animal and how they use their nose? Let's turn the page and find out. If you're an alligator, you breathe through your nose while hiding in the water. Do you see there's the water? And just the snout sticking out for him to breathe. If you're a hyena, remember we saw that nose sticking out? You find your next meal with your nose. You sniff it out. If you're a platypus, you use your nose to dig in the mud. If you're an elephant, you use your nose to give yourself a bath. If you're a mole, you use your nose to find your way underground. What do you do with ears like these? See some long, thin ears, some shorter ears, some upside down ears, ears in here. Huh, that's a funny looking ear. If you're a jackrabbit, you use your ears to keep cool. Maybe it gives them some shade. If you're a hippopotamus, you close your ears when you're underwater. I didn't know they could close their ears. That's pretty cool. If you're a humpback whale, you hear sounds hundreds of miles away. So they've got really good ears. If you're a bat, you see with your ears. So they use their ears to help them know what's around them. If you're a cricket, you hear with ears that are on your knees. I didn't know that. What do you do with a tail like this? I see a bright red tail, a spotted tail, a long tail that can curve, a bushy tail, and a skinny green tail. Do you know what creatures those tails belong to? If you're a scorpion, your tail can give a nasty sting. If you're a giraffe, you brush off pesky flies with your tail. If you're a skunk, you lift your tail to warn that a stinky spray is on the way. If you're a lizard, you break off your tail to get away. So they can let their tails fall off, break off if somebody's got them by the tail, and they can run away and then they'll grow a new tail. That's pretty neat. If you're a monkey, you hang from a tree by your tail. So they must have really strong tails that can hold their whole bodies. What do you do with eyes like these? Do you know what all of those creatures are? There's this blue guy down here. We have a green one, a white with yellow beak, this brownish tan one, and another light tan critter. I wonder, what do they use their eyes for? If you're a four-eyed fish, you look above and below the water at the same time. So those little eyes, do you see how there's eyes above and eyes below? Wow, I didn't know that existed. If you're a chameleon, you look two ways at once. So their eyes can go in different directions. If you're an eagle, you spot tiny animals from high in the air. Eagles have very good vision. If you're a horned lizard, you squirt blood out of your eyes. Eesh. If you're a bush baby, you use your large eyes to see clearly at night. So they can even see in the dark. What do you do with feet like these? Look at all those feet. They're very different looking, aren't they? If you're a chimpanzee, you feed yourself with your feet. If you're a water strider, you walk on water. If you're a blue-footed booby, you do a dance. That's a kind of bird with blue feet. If you're a gecko, you use your sticky feet to walk on the ceiling. If you're a mountain goat, you leap from ledge to ledge. What do you do with a mouth like this? There's a really long mouth. All these mouths, they look so different. I wonder what they can do with them. If you're a pelican, you use your mouth as a net to scoop up fish. If you're an egg-eating snake, you use your mouth to swallow eggs larger than your head. If you're a mosquito, you use your mouth to suck blood. We don't like those, do we? If you're an anteater, you capture termites with your long tongue. If you're an archer fish, you catch insects by shooting them down with a stream of water. So it shoots water out of its mouth to get its bugs that it wants to eat. that's the end. So if you have this book at home, or maybe you can borrow it from a library, you can read a little bit more about all of those animals that we talked about. Wow. God made some fascinating critters. I do have one more book that is a song book for us, so we can sing along. It's not a Wheels on the Bus book. It is Do Your Ears Hang Low. It is a fun, silly one too, with more animals. And this is by Rachel Lisberg and illustrated by Jackie Urbanovic. Do Your Ears Hang Low. Look at that puppy on a swing. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? Do your ears hang high? Do they reach up to the sky? Do they wrinkle when they're wet? Do they straighten when they're dry? Can you wave them at your teacher every morning when you see her? Do your ears hang high? Do your ears hang wide? Do they flap from side to side? Do they wave in the breeze from the slightest little sneeze? Achoo! Can you fly above your school? All your friends will think you're cool. Do your ears hang wide? Excuse me. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? There's the words in the melody. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.